Good day and welcome to NACTV's Coffee Chat. My name is Lyle Watson, and we're pleased to have two ladies as our guests today, and our ladies are part of the Neepawa Legion Ladies Auxiliary. I'd like to welcome Laurie Kohinksi, the past president of the board at the Auxiliary, and Elsie Slimmon, who is the Sergeant of Arms. So I have to be careful when we have the Sergeant at Arms here and make sure I try to say the right thing. Anyways, thank you for taking the time, ladies, to join us. And we want to talk about the Legion Ladies Auxiliary and some of the things that you do in town. But before we do that today, on behalf of our community and on behalf of Laurie and Elsie, myself, NACTV, and the viewers, we'd like to pay our respect to Brent Hunter, a longtime Legion member, past president of the board, and most recently the manager of the club room here in the Neepawa Legion, who passed suddenly, and his service is this coming Friday. So our respect and condolences go out to the Hunter family and all his friends. With that, we'll get on to our subject today. Laurie, starting with you as past president, you've had some experience. How long has your experience been with the Neepawa Legion Auxiliary?
It's been over 20 years now.
20 years. And
Yes.
what motivated you to join and to get involved in the auxiliary?
My father, my uncle, my father-in-law were all veterans of World War II. My father was a member of the Legion branch in Brandon. My mother-in-law was secretary at the Riding Mountain Legion.
Oh.
And I'd always had a lot of respect for veterans and Remembrance Day, things like that.
Yeah. And you can still keep that connection through
Absolutely.
your work here with the auxiliary.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Elsie, what about you? What motivated you to join the auxiliary, and how many years have you been in?
Well, I've been with the Legion Ladies Auxiliary for 28 years now, since I moved to Neepawa. And it's something I thought about for a long time. My father is also a veteran was a veteran of the World War II, that was a member of the Legion in Shoal Lake, Manitoba. And my aunt was a Legion Ladies Auxiliary member. Like, my mom wasn't, but my aunt was. And I had thought about it for the longest time, and then I worked with the girl that was a member, and she finally got me out to join, and I've been there ever since.
Yeah.
You know, and I've held several positions along the way.
Yeah. And I sense from you ladies that you're enjoying it as much now as you did when you first joined.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a great group,
Yes. Yeah.
super group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful group of ladies, and
Yes.
you know.
Well, speaking of group of ladies, I'd like to talk about membership somewhat. From what I see and from what information I have, is that the Legion Ladies Auxiliary is one of the more vibrant, larger community organizations in terms of membership. Is that a fact, Laurie?
Yes, we're very fortunate. We have a lot of really, really great members, and we have the best membership person in the world. Mary Murray is our membership lady,
Definitely.
and she is very vibrant, very much supports Legion and veterans.
So
in her
how
own
many
way.
members do you have currently?
I think around 80,
Yeah.
I think was the last count.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
It is
Yeah,
amazing.
When we look at the other service organizations in our community, and a lot of them, the memberships are shrinking, but the Neepawa Legion ladies seem to be
Yeah.
holding their own, or maybe even expanding some.
Well, yeah, we can lose a few members in a year, but then we gain some other members in a year, and so it seems to be evening out, that our numbers are hanging out around that same amount, and we wouldn't be functioning if we didn't have those.
Yes.
You
Well, the other thing that's noticeable within our community is how the Legion Ladies Auxiliary works together as a team, and how many functions you support in the year. I don't know if you would know the number of other entities that you support in our community, but there's lots of them, and maybe we'll talk about some of them and name some.
I think there's probably, we do at least half of our meat draw suppers for different organizations, or we partner with
Yeah.
those organizations to put on a meat draw supper,
And
we
you-
donate the proceeds, less the expenses, of course, to that.
which is a
particular entity.
substantial
Yes.
donation in most cases.
Yes.
They seem to be very happy with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elsie, could you
But
name a few of the organizations?
Some of the, well, we've partnered with HAND and the Neepawa Handyvan Association,
Wildlife.
Wildlife Association, the Health Auxiliary,
The Air Cadets recently.
the Air Cadets recently, and they were raising funds to get one of those flight simulators,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
and that so helped with them. Oh, sheesh. There's just so many. There's so many numerous ones. Well, the museum, Beautiful Plains Museum.
yes,
We've
that was a-
that
that
was
was
just
a
recently as
successful
well.
one.
Yeah, it was a successful one.
Margaret Lawrence.
Margaret Lawrence. Yeah, I
I'm
think
sure
we did Margaret Lawrence Home as well. Or there's some more coming up. You know, there's just
There's so many
There's-
that
Yeah.
just
I
trying
like
to
keep
remember
track
each
of.
and every one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. You just have
You
a-
know, and sometimes we can do one at the beginning of a year, like last year, and then they'll ask if they can do another one with us. I think we have done 2 for the Neepawa Handyvan,
Yeah.
and some of the other organizations. You know, I mean, it's all going to a good cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, one of the other things is that you support our local branch of the Legion
absolutely.
to quite an extent on a
Yeah.
regular basis.
Mhm.
Is that-
Yes, we
Yeah, once
we
a year.
donate an annual donation to the branch to
Yeah.
help out with their expenses, which
Mm.
are pretty significant.
And probably in all reality, the Legion is in need of and appreciates very much, I know,
Mhm.
the donation that they receive from you people, because it's becoming more and more important as time goes on and things are changing within the community.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And costs just don't go down; they seem to continually go up. So
Yeah.
every little bit we can do and help it's amazing. So.
Yeah. How often do you do the meat draw Friday night supper? Or is that's not every Friday night?
No.
It's once a month, every
Once a month.
third Friday. Yeah,
Every third Friday.
every third Friday.
And another thing that's become important to a lot of our community members is the fact that they can arrange to have meals delivered to certain places around town.
Correct. Yeah,
Mhm.
we just this past year, or just
Almost a year and a
almost a
half,
year ago, yeah.
almost a year and a half ago that we started. Like I think it was November of 22 or,
we
or
were
October, something
we
like that.
started, I guess, when we were partnering with the handy van.
Oh, yes.
That's when we started doing
Mhm.
meal deliveries, and that very first time it turned out really quite well. So we just continued to offer
Yeah.
different places.
Mhm.
So
Elks
what are some of
Manor,
the places that you deliver to, Laurie?
Aspen Lee, Elks Manor,
Hamilton Place.
Hamilton Place.
And what we call Howden Place, that new apartment block out
Oh,
on
yes,
Howden,
yes, yes.
you know, and to Prairie Oasis and Prairie Haven. And we usually don't want to just be delivering one meal to one spot, you know, hopefully several meals are ordered at each place.
Do you have a minimum number of meals, or is it kind of...
It's supposed to be 10, you know, but sometimes we've had some regular customers that, you know, if it's 5 at each one of some of them are just right across the street from each other, so you
Yeah.
basically got 10 in one area.
So if I decided that I would like to order 10 meals and deliver them or do whatever I want with
Mhm.
them, can I make arrangements with your auxiliary to come and pick up the 10 meals and take them? And
Well, yeah, I mean, you want me to pick up?
yeah,
Oh, yes, definitely. If you wanted to pick up the meal, you know, you
do
just...
I need 10 in that case?
Well, no, not in that case. If it was doing a pickup, it could be one person can pick up one meal if they wanted to, as long as we
Oh,
know that
okay.
ahead, that they're coming to pick it up.
Yeah.
And we usually start to do the takeouts around 5:30, so that they're really gone and out by, say, maybe 6 o'clock, you know.
Yeah.
But no, any person can come and do a pickup.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just contact the Legion
Yeah.
to order your meal.
Right.
Yeah.
And tell them that it's
And you
for
have to do
pickup.
that at the beginning of the week type of thing, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually I think around Thursday or Wednesday
Yeah.
there's kind of a break.
And I'm thinking that a lot of people, COVID changed a few things, and a lot of people like to enjoy the meal, but they may want to just have 4 meals, or maybe invite their neighbors over or something,
Yeah.
so they can come and pick them.
No, anyone,
Absolutely.
you're more than welcome to come and pick them up. We just need to know,
Yeah.
and then we can have them ready. Like, you can even say, if you wanted to say, well, I'm going to come at 6 o'clock to pick up.
Yeah.
And then we'd have them ready for that time.
And the price of the meals are reasonable. What are the price of your meals at this point?
It's $17 is what the meat draw supper is, but if it's a takeout or delivery, it's $20.
Yeah. And it's a very good meal. I can justify that. Yeah. Thinking of COVID, Laurie, COVID, did it change your organization and some of the things you do and how you do it?
Oh, absolutely, because most of our members are senior citizens,
Yep.
and because of COVID, we tried to be very careful. So when COVID did hit, we were shut down for a year and a half or
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
and then when we did fire up again, then we kind of just started again. But yeah,
Yeah.
we had to
Yeah.
be very careful. There's a lot of members that, just people, general public, that still are kind of staying at home
Yep.
and being very careful.
Yeah,
Um,
it's taken a while, just to the last little while after COVID. Took a while to get back up and going, much more
Yeah.
so it's
it
just
sure
like
changed.
everywhere else,
Yep.
You just got to work at it bit by bit, and that's what we
In
did.
terms of membership, Laura, you mentioned that a lot of your members are senior.
Yes.
More senior than we are.
Yes. We're one of the younger ones.
And that's not any different than a lot of our service organizations in town. So my question to you, Elsie, would be, how do you promote on behalf of the auxiliary for younger members to come out and see what it's all about?
Well, yeah, like we have, our meetings are the first Tuesday of the second Tuesday of every month in the Legion Hall. The meetings start at 7 p.m. Anyone 18 years of age and older, they do not have to be a descendant of a vet or anything like that. Things have changed. That please come out and see what we're all about and ask questions, and hopefully you'd be interested, because we'd like to get some younger members involved and to be there. So
I'm thinking about membership within the auxiliary and our mental health and our mental well-being. It appears that the auxiliary offers just a great element of socialization and comradeship. And as you work together, there's more to it than just serving the Legion Ladies Auxiliary. There's some personal benefits to you as a person, Laurie,
Oh, absolutely.
in terms of
It's-
sociability and mental
We
health.
have a great group of ladies we work with. We all get along really well. We have more fun than it is work most of the time. There's a lot of work putting on a banquet and,
Yes, yeah.
meals, but we seem to have a really good time doing it, and we have fun doing it. Everybody seems to, there's nobody I don't think would say, no, I don't want to work with so-and-so or so-and-so.
Yeah,
Get the odd one, but not very often.
yeah.
And yeah, we have a great bunch of ladies that love to work together, and we have a lot of fun working
And to
together.
be a member of the auxiliary doesn't mean that you have to make a commitment to every meeting or to every event, or there's different elements in each event that they can participate, but not be committed to a day's work type of thing.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if you're available to work, we'd love you to come out and help.
Yeah.
And if if you want to join the Legion branch and ourselves as well. Because we both have our different memberships.
Yes.
The branch has their own membership and we have our own membership.
Yep.
And we're each governed kind of under a different group
Yep.
as well. But no, anybody that would want to be a member is more than welcome to come out. And it's not that you are going to take an executive position right off the
Yeah.
bat. It's not as if, although it'd be nice, but but you're not required. There's no real requirement.
Yeah.
You might get a phone call once in a while to bake some cookies or a cake or something.
And you don't meet over the summer months, July.
And we don't meet over the summer months, with one exception. Last couple of years, we've had the Rolling Barrage come into town, and we serve a meal for them.
Oh, yes.
And the Rolling Barrage, they are a bunch of motorcycle people that motorcycle across the country to raise funds for PTSD, and not just for military veterans, it's also for police and emergency
First responders and all of that. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they
Yeah.
do a very important job too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elsie, I notice from time to time that there's some men working in the back of the kitchen there and helping serve somewhat. How do you justify that, or how,
Well,
as a male, how do you get
Well, they
involved?
could be a husband or a significant other or a friend of where we've always had usually them that they come in and they are meat cutters usually. And that they are the ones that, cut the meat and have that all sliced and they hang around and they will help serve and bring in the dishes and clean up and everything else. So it's wonderful to have them. We don't mind them whatsoever,
Yeah.
Every little bit helps, Sometimes those things get a little heavy when you're carrying them back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah.
And just as a note too, to be a Legion Ladies Auxiliary member, the annual membership is only $20 at this time. And I don't know if that'll change, and we never know.
Yeah.
But it's only $20 for the entire year.
Wow. That's very reasonable.
And it's only paid once a year, and come. We usually try to get that earlier in the fall, like say November, December, and we offer an incentive, like those that are paid before the end of the year, which if we're paying by the end of this year, it's for 2025, and that we do a draw in January, and somebody gets their membership fee back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
It sounds like a pretty reasonable investment for the sociability and comradeship that comes out of being a member of
It
the
is,
auxiliary.
and it's very important to our Legion, our
Yeah.
branch, and ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Laurie,
to
I
do
know-
these meals too that we have, there's usually a group of ladies. Sometimes, like you said, you've seen the men there in the evening. There's be a couple of men in the morning, or the prep crew that are even there peeling potatoes and doing that, and the prep crew, and then there's the crew that comes in later to do everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a nice team approach too. It adds to the team.
Yep.
It does.
Yes,
Correct.
Laurie, in terms of sponsorship and other things you do, the auxiliary is involved in bursaries in some way, shape, or form, are they not?
Scholarships. We
Scholarships,
donate
okay.
2 scholarships every year to the high school, and have done so for 50 years at least, I
Something
think.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is there a particular scholarship that you sponsor? Like,
There's one scholarship that, in order to be eligible for, you have to be a relative of a veteran. The other scholarship is for anyone who is entering the medical profession, whether it be doctor, nurse, psychiatric nurse, physiotherapist, that kind of thing.
and what is the amount of these scholarships?
$1,200 each.
Yeah.
Well, that's
$1,200
a
each.
substantial scholarship.
Yeah,
Yes.
we changed the one in the last couple of years for that medical field. We used to give to a camp bursary.
Yeah.
That went to ones that were going to the camp down at the Peace Gardens, but sadly that camp down there has, I believe, deteriorated so much over the last number of years that they've had to close it. So that we just made it that we will do this other one.
Yeah.
So that the school is still getting some extra money for one of the kids. Yeah.
So the membership, and you say, is approximately 80. Is there a lot of, or is there some socialization among the members in terms of friendships that are formed that become friendships aside from the auxiliary?
Oh, absolutely. Lots of them,
Yeah.
meet together. They play bingo together. Yeah, we all do different things. Elsie and I bowl
Bowl
together.
Oh.
Yes. So yeah, there's many friendships that have come about, and we've had recently new members that start, and they're new to the community as well. So it's a great opportunity for anyone that is new to a community to get to know some people here.
That's a good point, Laurie,
Yeah.
because our population is changing, and we do have new people coming and going.
Very much so.
And different age groups.
Yes.
That we've seen and witnessed over the last number of years. People choosing Neepawa to retire in, type of thing. And
Right.
so the auxiliary would be a good outlet to get to know some people. And
Exactly.
are there any other functions that you're participate in over the year in terms of events or sponsorships that we've missed?
I can't think of anything else. Can you?
No, not at the moment. Yeah, like
We have a person, Jean Jackson, actually, who is our sick and visiting committee head,
yeah.
Oh,
and
yes.
she does a lot. She does a tremendous job. She goes to visit veterans and our members who are maybe unwell or broken a limb or something like that, and she recognizes birthdays and that kind of thing, and that's a very busy job.
It would be, yeah.
Yes.
And she makes several phone calls and
Yes.
everything else to, and then sort of make a donation is made to the hospital, I believe it is, for the birthdays and stuff like that.
Oh,
And,
yes.
and then there's ones that are recognized for certain birthdays, on that. So, but she does it, like you say, Laurie said, an amazing job taking care
Speaking
of
of hospital, is there some way the auxiliary will be working with the new hospital in different ways, or sponsorship, or has that been discussed yet in your?
We haven't really heard of anything. I think we're all just waiting for it to
That to happen?
get
That's
up
right,
and running, and
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure
See
there'll
what
be
they
some
need. I'm
way.
sure there'll be lots of things they need. So.
Well, I'm thinking some of the fundraisers we've done for the health auxiliary
Oh, yes.
is
Is
part
very
of
much.
what may be going towards something new or
Yes.
whatever for the new hospital.
Yeah. So the
Excuse me.
Legion Auxiliary has been working with the Neepawa Health Auxiliary
Yes.
for quite a number of years.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's so many benefits to our community for having your organization do all the things it does, and there's so many benefits for people to be membership, to be a member of the Neepawa Legion Ladies Auxiliary. So I don't know how to express any more about the good part of it. I know we have a little bit of time left, but is there anything on that we've missed in terms of what you do and how you do it?
I can't really think of anything, actually. We've pretty much ran the gamut over what we do.
Well, if that's the case, we will maybe take the opportunity to close our program a little early today, and I would ask you, Elsie, to share with us some of your closing thoughts about the auxiliary.
Well, I think the Legion Ladies Auxiliary is an amazing program to be involved with. Not a program, it's an organization. That we want to help out our veterans, fought to make this world a better place. So, we're just sort of trying to continue on and make that better for everyone else and our community here in Neepawa by helping them out as well.
Well, our community is a lot richer and better off in many ways because of the Legion Ladies Auxiliary, and on behalf of our viewers and community members, I thank you both for that.
Thank you.
Laurie, do you have a closing thought today for our viewers?
Yes, I do. Thank you very much for inviting us to talk about the Legion Auxiliary. I don't know if this happens very often or not, but really appreciate it, and really appreciate NACTV, because I know they're a very good organization that does go around to support various different community ventures. So thank you very much.
Well, you're most welcome, and it's another way that community entities can partnership and work together for the benefit of all.
Correct.
So thank you for joining
And thank you very
NACTV
much.
Coffee Chat, so we can help benefit the community as one. Yeah,
Thank you very much for having us.
you're welcome. My pleasure.
Appreciate.
Well, thank you to Laurie and Elsie, and thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed our program today. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy. My name's Lyle Watson. Have a good day.